All right, we're watching Names, playing Junker Queen on New Queen Street. Looking to learn as to what more I can do in this game to carry it to victory. Current tank pool consists of Roadhog, Junker Queen, Orisa, and Ram, but felt pretty comfortable to be on Junker Queen the whole match. I know my character is a very skill-dependent one in regards to providing value, but looking to see other angles/objectives I should keep in mind while playing. In the game, I remember actively contesting D.Va's dives and looking for knives and squishies and getting follow-up kills on it. Thanks in advance. So, I've seen the replay, and the biggest thing that's going to jump out is you're just not efficient with your mechanics and abilities, right? I think generally your decision making is fine, certainly for like plat. I don't think that's like the biggest upgrade you need. I think you're just not doing the things fast enough and accurately enough, right? And sometimes just making bad decisions about like exactly what order to use abilities on. So before we look at the game itself, I actually want to jump into the practice range, and I want to demonstrate a very basic combination that you pretty much never do, okay? So the simplest combination for Junker Queen is this. You shoot while you throw a knife, then you pull the target back, then you shoot, then you melee, and if they're still alive, you axe swing. Now, when I do it in slow motion, this feels probably pretty slow, right? Shot, knife, pull, shot, melee, axe swing, right? And you could potentially throw in a shot after that actually as well. Again, that feels pretty slow, but when you do it live, right, and I'm pretty rusty, but still, like, shot, knife, pull, shot, melee, right? I'm actually not close enough here, because tanks have the pull resistance, so I need to be a little bit closer. So we'll do it again. All right, so over here, right, shot, knife, pull, shot, melee, axe. Look how much damage we just did to the Roadhog. Okay, and I wasn't even trying to go for all headshots. I put it like roughly, center body mass just to make sure I'm getting all the hits. But that did, I don't know, 400 plus damage. It does so much damage, like a crazy amount of damage. Now, no, we're in the practice range right now, so tanks have less health than they normally do because it's not roll queue. But I'm just clarifying, it does a lot of damage. So let's try it on a squishy target, okay? So we're going to try and soldier over here. So again, I'm not even going to go for headshots, right? Just body shots only. Shot, knife, pull, shot, melee. I didn't even need the axe. They die so fast. Like, I cannot emphasize enough. Like, shot, pull, shot, melee. And, like, there's wiggle room here. Like, I didn't even need to land all the pellets. So, for example, shot, knife, pull, shot, melee, right? And he's going to die from bleed. Just about, yeah. Right? And you saw the first shot was clearly, like, 50% plus off. Let's try somebody with a little more health, okay? So we'll try Reaper. So on Reaper here, shot, melee, or knife pull, right? Melee, and he's going to die. Again, that is a higher health hero, right? The least squishy of the squishy heroes, and still doesn't die. Tor's probably less squishy, I think, because he has armor. But notice if I aim just a little bit better, right? Shot, knife, pull, shot, melee, right? Now he dies almost instantly. And again, if I put headshots in the second shot, he would die faster than that. But obviously, you're not always going to be within 10 meters, okay? So obviously, sometimes I'm moving around. Maybe I miss a little bit, right? Shot, pull, shot, melee, right? That was even a good second shot, right? I missed a lot of it, but he's still nearly dead. Like, from here, he's going to die instantly, or I'm going to force Wraith. This basic combination is what we're looking for. And I'm not even using the axe. On squishies, often, if you land this, I don't even need the axe, right? That was a weird pull. You don't even need the axe in some scenarios, right? I can use the axe, right? The axe is always an option. So let's try somebody like Torb. Where's Torb here? So you can see how much I play Torb because I can't even find him on the list. All right, shot, pull, shot, right? And I follow up with the axe. Still pretty quick. Like, could he be saved? He could, but that axe does a ton of damage. So even with healing, he's going to be very nearly dead, and I can shoot after that, right? I can do shot, pull, knife, melee, shot, right? Again, I whiffed that one completely, and then the axe swing. This is a basic combination, but we're going to watch, I don't know, like a 15-minute game from you. How often do we actually see this? Basically never, right? You're not efficient at all. So there's sometimes, for example, you turn the corner and I see an enemy. Oh God, there's an enemy right here. The first thing you should always do is shoot first, because shooting guarantees you 80 damage right away. Then after that, you can decide, do I want to melee here? Do I want to axe swing? Whatever it ends up being, right? But the shot is instant. Like, it doesn't stop your next ability at all. Like, the delay is almost insignificant, right? Shot, and then you can, I don't know, knife available. Shot melee, or a knife right away, right? So, shot melee right away. Again, that shot is free. You're always looking for the free shot. That's like the biggest mechanical tip I can give you. Every time I see an enemy, I immediately shoot first before I do anything else. right? I just two-shot him right there. And yeah, sometimes you're like farther away. The other thing I want to talk about is shotguns are actually, or rather, Junker Queen has the longest range shotgun in the game. Okay, the damage fall off is pretty far. The spread's actually pretty good. So your damage from here is actually surprisingly good relative to most other heroes in this situation. Torbjorn is unusually tanky, but like, let's try Soldier. Right? Actually, let's try Cassie. Cassie's a good choice, right? Cassie's got a little bit of bonus health, but he's a little wider too, which makes it easier, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. And one of those was not so good, right? But like 5 shots at this range with no abilities landed is pretty good, right? That combination, just being able to do it like every time, like clockwork, that's what gets you to GM. Among other things. But like bread and butter, I would say masters, right? Getting you to masters, just GM now, I mean, like with the ranks going all over the place, it's hard for me to calibrate like what is or is not GM these days, right? But from my perspective, like old GM, like anytime you see a squishy, if you land a knife, they die, right? Like they die or are forced whatever defensive cooldowns they have. If it's enough to get away, like Moira Fade, she'll get away. But like Hanzo Leap, that's not going to get away. Cassidy Roll, not going to survive that, right? Soldier Sprint, not going to survive. Baptiste, it's not going to survive because you're going to fight through all his cooldowns and still win it. That's just like the core aspect of like that ability usage to be able to land that is really important. If you want to practice that, just go into deathmatch, right? And just play a deathmatch round and just go through it and just shred people, right? Do it until you're like number 1, number 2, every single lobby, over and over and over again. Fight people in all sorts of different scenarios, and you also have disadvantage of less health in that mode as well. And just keep fighting over and over and over again until you're winning 1v1s constantly. Because Junker Queen is a 1v1 menace, right? Especially like if you think about D.Va, right? D.Va is good at 1v1s, but the problem with D.Va is you can't actually chase people down. You only have one attempt, like one fly at them, and then you have a 4-second cooldown, and if they haven't escaped, like that's kind of sort of it. But the thing with Junker Queen is, I can turn a corner, right, and then Cassidy rolls away, then I knife, and then I pull him back to me, right? And that works on so many abilities, right? Doomfist Leap, Winston Leap, right? Hanzo Leap, Cassidy Roll, Soldier tries to sprint away from you, Ball tries to roll away from you. Like there's so many mobility cooldowns that D.Va tries to fly away from you, and you stick D.Va, right? When D.Va tries to fly away, right? We're fighting. Oh, that's weird. That still pulled the D.Va. Like we're fighting. D.Va's getting low. Okay, she's just running away. I stick her in the back. I pull her back in, right? Actually, I should have shot there, right? You see that even I'm like suboptimal, right? You shoot, then you do the axe, and then you get an easy kill, and now the D.Va's screwed. That's what you should be doing, just over and over and over again. That mechanical skill is critical on Junker Queen because she has a fairly, I would say, pretty high skill ceiling in terms of what she can accomplish if you have the mechanical skill to do it. That's the biggest thing that's going to jump out is just like clockwork. They're going to be easy kills that are going to constantly pop up, and you got to be able to get them. Okay, so let's watch the actual game now. By the way, I think Junker Queen is a great choice on, I think, pretty much every single push map. I think the Junker Queen, her dynamic flexibility and the fact that most push maps do not have overwhelming high ground, like compared to like Gibraltar or why am I blanking on other maps? But like Gibraltar is like the classic example, right? Really, really strong high grounds. But like you don't need to worry about that as much on most push maps, which are much more like up and down and without like very, very high like shuttle in the air type battlegrounds. So I think that Junker Queen's great at that. She's really good at the skirmishy, like weird fights, not like the setup 5v5 fights, right? That's what makes her bad in like Circuit Royale, for example. Okay, so we're gonna run out here. So I'm gonna play through the first like 10-15 seconds of this fight and without any any dialogue, right? Let's just watch through it. Okay, so this is your second reload. I've already won the fight by now. Like, if it was me, the Lucio is 100% dead. The D.Va is pretty low right now, and I'm already running up the stairs to kill everybody else. There is so much inefficiency that we are seeing right here on a 0 to 100 scale of like 100 being maximum damage you could have done, and 0 being you were literally AFK. You're at like a 25-ish level right now. There is so much inefficiency. And an important thing about tank is understanding you need to have a sense of urgency with everything you do. I mean, I would say all heroes you need to do, but like as tank, you have a sense of urgency because a really big problem for tanks are like, oh, my team's dying around me. What can I do? And I look at the replay, I'm like, you're not doing anything. That's the problem, is the enemy team is getting picks and you're just kind of chilling, playing way too safe. And as a result, the enemy team takes that space away from your team and then they get kills. the key to doing something is to literally do something. But what are you doing here? Okay, what's your goal? When you come down these stairs and you see the enemy lineup, okay, what do we know here, right? You saw probably a Hanzo here. You know this Diva's here, okay? You see it's Juno over here, and you have Lucio up here. So your targets are these 3 heroes right there. Diva, not so much. If she's in your way, fine, shoot her, right? But generally speaking, you want to be diving these 3 heroes on the side, rushing them down. The Diva, you're only going to shoot when the Diva is the only eligible target / she's in your way. Obviously, like, she's body blocking, you gotta shoot her. So we come down here, and we're going forward. So I'm constantly looking for knife pulls. Knife happens every 6 seconds, okay? In the same way as Roadhog Hook, you want to be throwing it every 6 seconds, like over and over and over again, okay? Over and over and over, and just keep chucking the knife. Because why not? Every single knife is a potential kill. You pull somebody out of position, they die. Especially at higher rank, one knife pull means they are dead. Like, it is, if you get pulled 10 meters out of position, you are almost always dead. That's what you're looking for constantly. I don't want to be knifing the Diva unless the Diva herself will be killable. So for example, if she's low, tries to fly away, yeah, I'll knife her, right? But otherwise, she's not really a priority target. So I walk forward here because I'm not afraid of the Diva. Okay, I'm not scared. I can out-sustain the Diva when I have Axe. Plus, I have my whole team here. I'm good. I push up. And then I'm going to aggress on the Lucio. Why? Because the Lucio is very overextended. This is a crazy spot. Remember, your shotgun does 80 damage with no headshots, and often you will be hitting headshots. But I'm going to chunk them for 80 right away, right? And then I'll keep shooting, and I'll see, look, is Matrix at force? Matrix is force, excellent. Now I go for the axe swing. Because that means I'm guaranteed to hit the Diva, because she's Matrixing me right now, and or I might hit the Lucio. Then I hit the Diva with the axe swing. Now I start shooting the Diva in the face at point blank, right? We're cranking out 160 damage per shot, plus the fact that I can melee to lifesteal, plus the actual damage of itself, right? Plus I still have the axe that's going to come up pretty soon, especially if I hit 2 targets. That's, minus 4 seconds on the cooldown. Diva can't sustain that. Diva's immediately going to fly away. And the second she flies away, I kill the rest of the team. And if you don't believe that I could do this, just go and watch my Junker Queen videos. Like, I will just run over the whole team, just mechanically, you just be so much better than them. Right? And that is what we're kind of missing here, is the mechanics and the lack of urgency, right? You want to shoot Diva right now? Fine. She's DMing? Cool. She used DM, so there's going to be a 1 second period after this where someone is accessible. So I'm going to keep walking forwards. As soon as Matrix is down, I go for a knife. Whether that is Juno, whether that's Lucio, whether that's Hanzo, I don't care. Go for somebody. Just go for it. Like, you have 6 ammo right now. There's a Lucio right here. There's Cassidy and Juno up here that you could also try to knife. That's a pretty far shot, but you could try to do it. I mean, I'd also walk up here and try to chuck it. But you should be doing something. Right? You can see your team is engaging, right? Your Symmetra's over here trying to be crazy, trying to aggress at this terrible angle, but do something. But what are we doing instead? Why are we chilling? Why are we sitting here? Why are we reloading? What are you waiting for? Think about it. Right? What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for the enemy team to just feed themselves into you? That's not going to happen, especially at higher ranks, right? You're already in low plat here. This is your moment. It's not like you're critically wounded or anything like that. You got basically all of your cooldowns. You're fighting enemies at close range. Good. This is good for you. Like, imagine you walk in, you get a triple axe swing, you just won the fight right there. Go. Do something. Like, start pushing. Don't hesitate here and be like, oh God, like, what's going to happen? Like, push. And sometimes you'll read it wrong. Sometimes you're like, oh man, I pushed into a bash and I died. Great. You learned something, right? Push the envelope on what you can be, what your hero and your mechanical skill is capable of. If you are being passive, no matter how good you are, you literally aren't doing anything. Right? It's not about what you could do, it's what you do. So push right now, right? Don't be reloading. You're wasting valuable time right now. There's no reason to reload at 6 out of 8 ammo, okay? 6 ammo is 480 damage, which is enough to kill 2 squishies or, like, get most of the way into demeching Diva. Why are you not pushing? Like, push right now. You have knife, you have axe, you have not used either one of those cooldowns. Push. Your general goal here, right? Even if you don't get kills, deal as much damage as you possibly can to the enemy team. Damage pressure is overwhelming, okay? People say, oh, damage doesn't matter, That's sort of true, right? If you're looking at it from a stats perspective, scoreboard, see how somebody's doing, maybe that's not that necessarily helpful. But I guarantee you, if you're cranking out 80 damage per shot, the enemy team can't keep up with that, right? 80 damage per shot, plus your knives, plus your axes. Even if some of your knives miss, axe should never miss, by the way. You should never miss an axe, right? I high-level play, you, like, never see an axe miss. So, but, like, with knives, with axes, right, with your shotguns, your damage pressure is really substantial. Constantly keep pressuring, non-stop. Be aggressive. If you have half health here, I understand. You gotta chill, you gotta heal. You're not. Keep pushing. All right, so you go to the Diva, fine. You wanna go Vax Wings? Okay, great. So Lucio's hit, So you look for that follow-up shot on him, which we don't get, right? You also could have looked for a follow-up knife on him, which you also don't get. Now, at my level, I actually wouldn't have gone for the knife because I would immediately assume that the Diva would try to matrix that to save. But you're not even trying, and you're not even trying for the shot. I definitely would have tried for the shot, and I can keep chasing here. As long as you have shout and you're healthy, what's going to happen? Like, let's say you chase over here. Do you think you're going to die at full health? You think you're going to die standing here with Diva here, Lucio here already pretty low, these two heroes not looking at you, and shout? Not a chance, right? And you landed axe, so you're regenning. Not a chance. There's no way. Even if we replaced all these players with GMs, there's no way you die standing here. And if you're standing here, I guarantee you the enemy team is going to be like, oh god, we have to focus the Junker Queen, or else the Junker Queen will kill all of us. Be aggressive. This is the moment that you should be pushing. But we see your body language. We see you backing up right now. You don't know when you can push. This is a critical problem with being his tank is if you're not pushing when you have the opportunities, the game will feel really hard to win. You have a massive opportunity right now. The Lucio's half health. The Diva has used a good chunk of her matrix. You have full health. You have regen right now from your past axe. You have shout. You have knife. You have ammo. Push. Push. Go through it. Like literally, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's the difference between you and me right now. I literally would just win the fight because no one is stopping me. Like, literally, at this point in time, you have taken 0 net damage to yourself. You are at full health. Why would I expect that at this moment in time, like anything else is going to happen? I'm going to keep pushing until they stop me from pushing. Same principle applies to like all the other tanks, right? If I'm Reinhardt, if I'm Zarya, if I'm Sigma, if you don't stop me from pushing, I'm going to keep going until I kill your entire team. And then I'm going to group up, find the next chokehold, and I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm going to shove you all the way back to your spawn, and I'm going to keep killing you at your spawn if you don't stop me. And how do they stop you? Damage pressure. That's why damage is important. If you aren't dealing damage, you can't land abilities, you cannot stop the enemy team from bullying you out of the game. That's what you need to be doing. Constantly keep damaging here. All right, Lucio's available. Where's the knife? This is like a relatively easy move that he takes, right? He jumps, right? Right here, he jumps this way, stick him in the air right now, right? What's he gonna do? He has very little possible vertical or horizontal air mobility at this point in time. This is an easy stick, right? Shot, stick, pull, dead. But we're not even trying. And I understand that you don't maybe have the mechanical skill or the reflexes, etc., to do this right now, but try. Every single time knifes have cooldown, try for it. Keep trying. That's how you get better, right? Keep trying the shots until you land the shots. But we're not even trying here. Try for it. Like, your knife is still on cooldown. Have you thrown a knife once? I don't think you thrown a knife the entire time. You could have thrown 3 knives by now. Throw it. Like, go for it. So, even right now. So, Lucio's here, okay? Shot. What is stopping you from walking forward and killing this Lucio? There is nobody here. The Diva's not even here anymore. The Diva has gone over here to go, fight your Junkrat inside the Mega. What is stopping you from walking forward and killing the Lucio? And then killing the Hanzo? And then killing the Juno? Nothing. Literally nothing. Actually, correction. You are stopping you from winning the fight right now. There is nobody here. You're full health. You still have 3 ammo. Even with 0 ammo, you could probably kill Lucio right now. You could just go up, use melee and axe swing and knife to kill him. Like, you don't even need ammo to kill Lucio at this point in time. But instead, you're like, I'm not sure about this. I know there's a critically wounded Lucio here, and I know the Diva's over there. So I'm going to back up. Like, we're only a few seconds into the game, but we can see that this is symbolic of your core issue, right? Where is the sense of urgency? Where is the aggressiveness? Where is the damage? This is why I tell people when they start playing heroes like Reinhardt, I say, it is way better to rush in and die than it is to hold shield for your teammates. And stay alive. Because the former will teach you mistakes really quickly. Oh, I pushed too hard, I died. The latter won't teach you anything. You'd be like, well, I kept my shield up the whole time, then my shield broke, then I took cover, and then we lost the fight. Or we're not pushing in. I don't understand what's going on. You need to apply pressure. You are not applying pressure. And if you don't apply pressure, you don't deserve to win games. You have to apply pressure. So, we've decided, for whatever reason, to not kill this Lucio. You decided, you've given Lucio mercy. So, at this moment in time, reload. Well, has anything really changed about the situation? There's a fight going on in here, but none of my teammates are in there. My Junkrat is fully healthy, and he has cover. What is stopping you from advancing on their backline? As Junker Queen and most tanks, your goal is to get to the backline. So what is the backline right now? Well, the tank is here. You have one squishy here, you have another squishy here, another squishy here. Go this way, right? Just go. Just kill them. And you advance, what's going to happen? The Diva's going to come over and she's going to try to save them. Excellent. Diva pops Matrix, I axe swing, I melee, I reload, whatever it is. When Matrix ends, I kill everyone. What's she going to do after that? Nothing. Unless she has good aim and maybe she can burst me down, but especially if I'm getting regen, like she's not going to be able to outdamage that. That's all we have to do. Just run at the backline and kill them. And sometimes you will make a wrong read, right? These are squishy targets, okay? This is a Lucio and Hanzo, not particularly threatening to you. If this was, for example, a Baptiste and a Reaper, yeah, you probably can't just run at them and not expect to get blown up. But in this lineup, I look at Lucio and be like, well, Lucio's food and Hanzo's food. Maybe with storm arrows, maybe he's dangerous. But generally speaking, I just see this as food. As a Junker Queen player, food. I would also note, you don't look like an experienced Junker Queen player. Right? You look at like a Junker who's like, I don't know, 10 hours of competitive, maybe 15. You don't look like somebody who has 100 hours of Junker Queen play. That is a hurdle between you and ranking up. You got to keep grinding out match after match, where you play these and you understand, look, when can I be aggressive and when can't I be aggressive? But see, again, we're playing so far back. We're not even shooting our shotgun. Look, here's the reload, okay? So reload's done right now. 1, 2 whole seconds go by without shooting. Why are we not shooting? Why are we not shooting? There are enemies here. Shoot, attack, aggress. The Diva's already missing a third of health. You could even rush down the Diva right now. If you are the Diva right here, right? At what is it? What, I have to figure out the I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this. So if you're a Diva right now, if the Junker Queen over here runs at you, okay, and you are at 2/3 health, what do? You probably run away because you're like, oh God, I'm actually kind of low right now. I'm nervous about dying. You just run away. I literally don't have to shoot you. If I just shout and walk at you, I guarantee the Diva just runs away. And then what happens when the Diva runs away? Then I go in here and I kill the Cassidy. Because no one can save the Cassidy here because I've already locked off the Diva, right? Divas use boosters to get away, and these heroes are on high ground. No one can save this Cassidy. He's dead. Just be aggressive, right? When you have health, when you have cooldowns, be aggressive. Why am I trying to knife stick the Diva? When you have all of these squishies up here, you're trying to tell me you can't hit this knife? I guarantee you can hit this knife. They're not even looking at you. Just hit the knife here. Don't stick the tank if you don't have to, right? All else being equal, kill squishies. Think about it. Why am I shouting and running at the Diva when I could kill the low health Cassidy here? This is general battlefield awareness. Like, think about it. Look at it this way. Right? You've heard and seen the fighting. I saw you, right? You went over here, you looked and saw, okay, someone's shooting. You can hear the Cassidy shots. It's a very distinctive, like the revolver shots. You know there's a hero in there, okay? But right now, why am I shooting the Diva? Look how low this Cassidy is. This is an instant kill with the shot plus knife. He instantly dies. Right now, you could still abort and go after the Cassidy. That'd still be fine. If you're like, oh wait, I didn't realize the Cassidy, fine, go kill him right now. Why am I trying to kill Diva? How are you going to kill Diva? Diva's Matrix and boosters. You literally can't kill the Diva here, right? Like, it's so silly to be trying to force this fight on the Diva. Again, I can still hear shooting next to me. You can just go after the squishies. All right, we reload, fine. Advance. When Diva leaves, their bodyguard is gone. She's super low. I just run up here. Just pop shift, run up the stairs. You kill everyone. Like, the thing is, at your level, these are all plat players, okay? Me, alone, as Junker Queen, I could probably literally kill all 3 of these heroes. Like, just by myself. Like, assuming the Cassidy was occupied for a few seconds, I go up here, I'm going to kill everybody. They have no chance. Like, I don't think you realize just how strong tanks are when they are uncontested. They have no way to stop you from killing them. The only way they don't die is if you miss. And not even, like, tough knives. Like, I'm going to run up here, get really close before I'm throwing knives to make sure I don't miss. Right? They can't stop me. Just run up there. Okay, we're finally getting up here. Like, probably 10 seconds too late. That's fine, right? Diva's gonna hit me here. Great, excellent, kill everybody. So, let's think about this. Lucio has boop, and this goes back to understand Junker Queen, like how to play Junker Queen, which comes with hours of play. Every hero has abilities. Those abilities are used to disrupt your abilities. So Lucio has a very easy to use boop that he has on a pretty fast cooldown. So I never run to Lucio thinking I'm gonna get to him. I know the Lucio is gonna boop me. So I wait for the boop first. I don't try to do the axe here. Why? I shoot him. I can just kill him in 3 shotgun shots. I don't even need knife. I don't need axe. But I certainly don't want to do anything before he's committed his boop. But you go for the axe right here, right? Then you get booped, and now you miss your axe. Now it's a huge shame because now there's 3 heroes here that you could have axed. But fine. Right now, you throw a knife. You remember, shoot before you throw the knife. Your shotgun has good range. Shoot before you throw the knife. You pull in, shot, right? Then melee, then shot again. Where's the melee? Where's the melee? Where's the basic Junker Queen 101 techniques that we're looking for? We're not seeing it, right? And that's like really holding you back here. The play is very inefficient from an ability and mechanics perspective, okay? This Hanzo should long since have been dead. Ignoring the accuracy problem, just adding in the extra shots here, the extra 2 shots, would have killed him. But again, also having Axe here would have killed him. And instead of 3 heroes being dead, you have a Junker Queen with no abilities now taking cover, running away. At high levels, the Junker Queen's running it and just killing everybody. Right? Just like shredding everyone. It is so hard to stop Junker Queen. Fine. You go back and kill Baby Diva. Right? Again, all those squishies should be dead. They're still here. I keep pushing. Why not? I'm full health. Right? Right here. I look. What do? I throw a knife to his left. Why? Because he's going to try to get away. He's not going to stay in this room forever. As I'm running the stairs, I throw a knife to the left. I pull him out. I'm going to kill him. Where's the knife? 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 Where is the knife? Why are we never throwing the knife? It has a really short cooldown. Throw the knife. Like, you're not even trying to throw the knife. And I think, again, if you're relatively new to Junker Queen, it's probably hard to even remember that you have a knife. Like, I don't see you thinking knife, like from a knife first perspective. I'm always thinking as Junker Queen, shot knife, shot knife, shot knife, right? Always trying to think, if I got the knife. Sometimes I'm hitting the knife when I don't even have enough cooldown. Just mechanically, muscle memory, instinctively, when I'm like, I know I can land the shotgun shot and I can land the knife shot in the same aim, right? Great, Cassidy's here. Go up the stairs, cut him off. You're eventually going to do it, but way too slow. Cassidy is not going to turn back this way. This is game sense knowledge, okay? There's no way Cassidy's going to come back because he dies. He can't stay here, right? Your team's already in his cart, you're pushing up. He definitely dies. He has to be retreating. So go cut him off. We got him here. So remember, you have shotgun, you have knife. If you want to see if he rolls, that's fine. You can just run at him. Just pop shift and run at him. Or just shoot him first, then pop shift as soon as he starts dealing damage. All right. So he rolled. Now he dies. The moment he rolls, what do? Shot, knife, pull, dead. That's it. Where's the knife? Now the knife. It's way too late. Like the moment that was easiest to hit him with a knife was right now. Because he just finished his roll. He's committed to the movement of going this way. Throw the knife. At very high levels of skill, they might juke the knife. At your level, at Diamond, at low masters, they are not juking this knife. You're definitely landing this knife. Throw the knife. Okay? And if they try to juke it, there are spots that you can throw it where it's unjukable. It's just very, very hard to do that in real time. But throw the knife. Please, throw the knife. Use your abilities. Throw the knife. Right? Now knife is hard. Because why is this knife hard? Because now he's gotten into the open where he actually has a full 2-dimensional space, right? Now he can go left or right? He could be here. He could just stand still. He could stay to the right. Like anything could happen here. And that's why you end up missing this one, right? But you had an easier knife pull if you just did it a second earlier. All right. So I think it's wise to kind of chill for now. So you hear the Cassidy pushing you. I start axe swing and go around and hit him. Sound. So important, right? I just hit him immediately with the axe and then shoot him in the face. Right? That's a huge technique for Junker Queen, is constantly charging up axes around corners when you know someone's going to be there. So think about how slow the reaction is. You see the Cassidy here. So start the axe swing, right? Then follow up with shot / melee, right? Depending on Matrix reaching him. What are we doing just staring at him? Like this like delay, like it's like you're moving in like slow motion here. You're like, oh, okay. You're like, oh, what's happening? There's a Cassidy here? Again, big difference, right, between you and high-level play is the moment, like even before the Cassidy crosses the angle, they already hear it. Like I hear the Cassidy in my headphones moving to the right. I hear it right now. I know he's going around the corner. I start the axe swing. But even ignoring that, right now you see him. Start the axe swing, right? Start the axe swing or do the shot, either way. But we're still waiting. Now the shot goes, which is not on target. And now we finally go for the axe. And we miss it. Okay, understandable. He rolled 3. Fine. Shot, knife, because he can't dodge it anymore. He has no roll, right? Shot, knife, shot, melee, dead. Shot, where's the knife? Where's the knife? Why is the knife late, right? Shot, knife, shot, melee. We're not seeing it. Again, over and over again, right? I'm not seeing the level of technique from a stronger Junker Queen player. And it's going to be harder and harder to climb if you aren't on track with this. Like, we're not even talking about accuracy here. I'm not saying, oh, you're throwing your knives and missing. Your number one problem is you're not even throwing the knives. You're throwing like a third as many knives as you could from like a cooldown perspective. Second is when you are throwing the knives, you're throwing hard knives, not easy knives. Make it easy. The best Widowmakers in the world aren't just cracked because their aim is insane and they can hit anybody in any scenario. They make it easy on themselves. They find angles where people aren't aware of them, aren't dodging, have to move in a straight line. That's what makes them consistent at killing heroes. Same thing applies to landing knives. Throw easy knives, right? This roll backwards is an easy knife. You throw the knife as he's rolling backwards there, he literally cannot dodge it. No matter how good he is, no matter how good his reflexes is, he dies. But we don't have knife. Granted, that's also why, again, as you notice, that's why Cassidy can't stick around, because he's just going to die to spam like that. All right, so you trade a DPS, but their tank is nearly dead. What does that mean? Push forward, right? Don't get too crazy, because you don't have shift, but you can definitely be pushing aggressively right now. You have knife. You have a couple targets. Lucio, I would not go for, because Lucio is relatively fast. He could dodge this. The Hanzo, though, is probably moving either backwards like this, or he's backwards like that. As soon as I see him commit to a direction, then I toss it. So right now, right? It's a good toss, right? Timing, right? And we stick it. Great. Excellent. Pull. Remember, shot first, then axe, unless you know the axe is going to kill them. I know you think that like Matrix is coming, but like I would shoot pretty much right away right then first, just get the extra damage in. Because you see, now it's not enough damage to actually kill him. That's fine, right? We're shot. So you have ulti here. So that's the boop. Great. That's the last thing you can do. Ulti, I think it's reasonable, right? You hit a couple targets here. So now you run in. So aim's not so good, but that's fine. Right? So like I see this going on. I don't really care about the Baby Diva. Baby Diva A is really hard for people to hit. But B, it's like you could shoot the Juno right now, who's like kind of stuck in the air, or you could go after Lucio, which I think are more consistent targets here than trying to kill the Diva. Especially if you don't have Carnage right now, I don't think it makes sense to be chasing the Baby Diva. Right? You see how much trouble you have right here? Like I feel like it would have been way easier to go after a larger target than Baby Diva. And then deal with the Baby Diva last. But if you are going to go after the Baby Diva, you're going to have to land shots, right? In this scenario, what do? I just run straight up to the Baby Diva, and then I throw knife, melee, right? Then pull, and then melee again. That way you don't have to worry about missing the shotgun shots. Right now, just melee, right? Melee is guaranteed to hit her if you do melee here. Right? Again, why are you trying to get further back? Just run up, just melee her. Your melee does good damage and it bleeds. Just melee, just constantly melee her and she'll die. But this is a complete whiff, and now you're going to die for it. All right, so Diva's here. That's fine. So I'm actually looking for the Cassidy pull here. All right, so you got it. I would pull him right away, just to bring him out of position. I wouldn't get the kill there, but like just spooking him and like forcing the rotation is helpful. Okay, yep. So again, I don't throw the knife yet. Remember, your perspective should not be I have to land knife to get the kill. Your perspective should be I can kill him in 4 shotgun shots no matter what. I'm going to use a knife if I have to. Right? So I just take this as a regular shotgun strafe, like maybe trying to get a little bit of space as I go up, right? And I wait for him to roll. And after he rolls, then I'm going to go for the knife. See? The problem is he waits for you to throw the knife and then roll. But the thing is, if he doesn't roll, I win the fight anyway, because I have over twice his health. So, like, I don't need to worry about landing the knife here. And this is just goes back to understanding, like, dueling mechanics. When you have fought a Cassidy 1,000 times, you will understand how to take this fight. Throwing the knife early is a bad idea unless the Cassidy cannot dodge it or is not aware of you. But fine. At this point, again, I would have shot him first, but get the kill. Fine. Yep. Rotate back to the right. I think that's the right call. Dragon's here. That's fine. Do not miss knives on tanks. Like, as a baseline standard, I would never expect to miss a knife on a tank. They're huge. They're like gigantic targets. Do not miss knives on a tank. If I miss a single knife on a tank the whole game, I'd feel bad. I'd be like, wow, I clearly just need a lot more improvement on like my core mechanics if I'm missing knives in tank. Can't miss knives in tanks. It's like very easy. They're giant targets. I like to chase down here, right? I would have turned back to confirm which side of the wall the bomb was, because I wasn't entirely sure, but you seem confident and you dodge it, so good. But right now, right, I dodge the bomb. Okay, so now what? Aggress. Run up, run up, run up. Chase people down, right, we go for the knife. Okay, fine. You miss it. That's okay. You're not going to hit every knife. I don't hit every knife either. That's okay, but you're trying. Trying is important, right? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So you can understand, hey, look, there's heroes over here that seem to be isolated. I can see that I have allies over here as well. I shout and go. These 3 heroes can't stop you, which goes back to, you need to be able to read as a tank. Can the heroes here actually stop me from doing anything? No. Juno, Hanzo, Lucio are not going to stop a Junker Queen. Not possible. Ana, Baptiste, Reaper, yeah, they'll shred you. But these 3, no problem. All food. All food. All I see here is food, right? Run in here. So we turn, right? Shot, okay? Melee, shot, and dies. I didn't even need axe, right? I would just save axe for the next kill because he's guaranteed to die right now. What do we do from here? Keep pushing, because I know there was a third one. I can hear him. I saw him. Keep pushing through. Okay, fine. Juno comes through. I have no idea why not Juno, Venture, right? I have no idea why Venture's trying to come over here. Clearly a mistake. We missed the knife. Okay, but fine. At least you're throwing it. You're chilling a little bit, but that's okay. So Venture's here, fine. As soon as Venture goes up, you can chuck the knife right now. Depends on Venture whether or not they have the drill or not, but like you can try for it. It's worth it. I mean, like just to force it right away. If they're a moment slow, you get the pull on them and then they die. I think it's worth it. All right, axe swing, that's fine. So you get 6 ammo here. Diva's gone to the right. What does that mean? Axe to the backline. Just run to Lucio. What's Lucio gonna do? He's gonna boop you once and he's still gonna die. Just run at the Lucio. Just run at the Lucio. Just run at the like. I think you were again dramatically underestimating exactly how dangerous and how durable you are. Just run at the Lucio. He cannot stop you. Think about it as Lucio. Do you think you're like, oh wow, I'm totally safe here. There's no way the Junker Queen can run at me, or do you think I'm actually in grave danger right now and I'm probably gonna die? The Diva can't do anything here. Just run at the Lucio. All right, Venture comes back up here. Go up here. You don't have a knife, but I definitely looked for the shot right away. All right. So why are we backing up? Okay, we just got a pick here. We traded out Juno. So I got full health. I got axe. I got knife. I got a Lucio in front of me for whatever reason. Why are we backing up? Why is this not kill them all mode? Just kill them. Just literally, this is what I will poke back and forth for like 2 minutes to get the moment that you get every 15 seconds because the enemy team cannot position correctly. There is no reason for Lucio to be point blank next to you right here in the open with the tank like not around. Just walk forwards and kill the Lucio. I guess you have the like the Juno beam. I'm not like entirely sure what the mechanics are. I know like heals and damages, but I still think that it's not going to stop you from just walking forwards here. Right? Don't walk into the beam. That axe swing. Okay, we're on target. So we look for the knife on the left, knife on the left, knife on the left. Great, excellent, perfect, good. Right? Easy kill. So we finally got a combo. So quick tip: New Queen Street. This area is actually surprisingly technical. So the short answer of there's a spectrum of best to worst in terms of how to play this. The best way to play this, like in the most ideal case scenario, is you have one person pushing the cart and all 4 of you have pushed up and have taken this high ground. That virtually guarantees the cart's going to get all the way over here. Now, for a variety of reasons, this does not actually happen because they have strong defensive high ground, because they spawn first, because you lost some people. But as a general rule, as a tank, if you can safely go up and take this spot, even if you're the only person here and you have everybody else down here, I would still run up and take this high ground to deny it from the enemy team. Because nobody can push the cart except for a tank if they are up here because they'll get shot down. So your timing right now is push up, take high ground. Where your Junkrat is, push up, let the Kiriko move it. This right now is wasting time. And you can see this gives time for the Diva to go in and push your Junkrat out. And the second this happens, this fight's basically over. Right? Because you're already still down 1, right? You're still down 1 right now. The only chance you had at pushing this cart further was to already be up here. But you were AFK, and that's going to cost you. Because now, like, you don't have a strong way to actually push this high ground anymore. By the way, if I was in this situation, I would push to the left. I keep swinging to the left and apply damage pressure from this side and knife pressure. But like this, I think you feel like this is not doing anything. Like, you're not actually stopping them from doing anything. I wouldn't shout there because why am I shouting? Like, what's my goal with the shout? Is it to engage in the Venture? Because I guarantee you the Venture's going to still have cool cooldowns to survive. They're just going to drill dash away from you or they're going to burrow. And then your shout's wasted. Don't use shout until you know you have good reason, right? Either a great opportunity to push or a great opportunity to survive. This is neither one of those. Right. The problem is now I'm not going to have shout, which reduces my ability to like make plays. I don't know why you're trying to go for the Lucio here when you are clearly way too far away. and this is going to be a habit we're going to see over and over again, your melees are like often not even close. Look how far away this Lucio is from your axe. This is a bonkers level of distance, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 Lucios away. What are we doing here, right? You need to know how far your axe swing goes. It's not that far. It's only a little farther than your melee, which probably only goes like right here. You can't be trying to swing on a Lucio this far away. When you started your swing, it's already obvious to me that you cannot land it. And if you say, oh, it's not obvious to me, again, that's where more playtime comes from. My job here, right, as a coach, is not to tell you, hey, this is reasonable for what you could have known based on your level of play. My job is to tell you, this is what better play looks like. And a better Drinker Queen is not trying to axe a Lucio from a crazy distance away. Like, from this distance, the Lucio is still 5 Lucios away from you. Unless he decides to sprint into you, you're not going to land this axe. And he basically have to be trying to get hit by you. Any deviation in his movement would result in you still missing. He'd have to literally be trying to suicide into you to get hit by this axe. But from game sense, we have no reason to believe that Lucio would do that. If Lucio was intentionally doing that to run into me, it means I'm about to die anyway. Because Lucio knows something that I don't. A great example, I tell the example all the time, right? In real-time strategy games, like pick StarCraft, Warcraft, Command & Conquer, whatever, right? Age of Empires. If both players are attacking each other, one of them is making a mistake. Because Defender's Advantage is very strong in real-time strategy games. So if you're attacking, it means you think you can win despite the enemy having Defender's Advantage. And if the enemy is like, oh, okay, if I think I'm going to win, that means I have enough forces to beat you. Okay? And that's the times where I'm going to attack. If you attack, then it means you think you have enough forces to beat me. But one of us has to be wrong. You know what I mean? Like, one of us has to be wrong about whether or not we think we can actually win this. Which means the side that's actually going to lose the fight should realize, oh, wait, this is not the right time. Let me back up and win the fight with Defender's Advantage. The same thing applies here. If you ever see an enemy hero just beelining at you, it means they think they are going to win the fight and kill you. And your instinct should be to back up, not to go forwards, as a general tip. So, again, right here, I'm not expecting to hit the Lucio. If you're going to axe here, axe the D.Va, which is fine. Like, if you want to axe D.Va for extra damage, that's fine. It also reduces the cooldown. Like, you could easily have just redirected to the right and hit the D.Va. Okay? Like, basic stuff like that. Like, over and over again, we're seeing these problems. Now, you're going to rampage here. There's a few things that have gone wrong. Number one, I think your last hero is just getting here, if that. Yeah, just getting here. But we're still... I mean, it's okay, right? We're all reasonably healthy. I think that's actually fine. Let's not worry about that. Number two is nobody here is injured, which means you're gonna have to kill them from full, and it's also pretty wide open. Soldier being able to sprint around is a problem. But I don't love this rampage. I don't think it's the worst rampage, but I don't love it, especially because Lucio can boop and he shuts it down. Honestly, though, A to F scale, I gave it a C. It's fine. It's like okay, right? It's average. So use the opportunity to kill Lucio. Keep trying to see what else you can do. Lucio's dead. Okay, great. We traded out. Great. Keep killing. Keep killing. You missed the knife. That's fine. You went for it. Juno's right here. One shot in the head. 160 damage. Second shot in the head. 160 damage. She's dead. That's not even including the melee. She's running in a straight line next to you for like 3 whole seconds. And instead of killing the Juno, and I understand the Venture looks low, but Venture also has cooldowns to survive. Venture also gains shields, right, from using abilities. Just kill the Juno. Just kill the Juno right now. And then the healing is stopped. It takes you way too long to kill the Juno. Okay, fine, right? Now keep going after the Venture. Again, shot, knife, melee, right? All these things could be available. This shot into the cab is obviously never going to land. Right here, shot, throw the knife, hit melee, right? Then pull when the Venture tries to get away. Where's the knife? Where's the melee? Why aren't we using the abilities? Like, this is so painful. Like, right now, just one shot here. Just one shot into the Venture kills. Venture has 75 health right now. Like, one shot into the Venture kills. And it add in the melee, and that gives you an extra... You only need to hit, like, 5 out of 8, 4 out of 8 pellets, and the Venture dies. But the shot is a complete whiff, and there's no melee, and there's no knife. Like, you could possibly have done, in this scenario, what, like, 180 plus damage? And you did 0. Because you didn't even use 2 of your abilities, and you whiffed the shotgun shot. This can't happen. You know, like, this is an easy kill. The Venture is not even dodging. The Venture is moving in a straight line from left to right. Watch. All they're doing is moving in a straight line. This is literally what a bot would do on a practice range. All they're doing is moving in a straight line. You gotta hit that. Like, again, you missed a shotgun shot. Fine, it happens. You still have melee. You still have knife. Where are those? Melee plus knife would have gotten the kill. You're just not doing it. Like, you're literally just not even hitting the buttons. Just hit the buttons. You got the buttons. You remember to hit the buttons. Knife. Again, Venture pops out of there, right? Shot, knife, pull, shot. Where is the knife? Where is the knife? Finally, we throw the knife, but it's too late now. D.Va's here. And now you get rugged down and killed. Oh, are you going to live? I mean, honestly, I would just suicide here because you're staggering yourself. Like, clearly you're not going to win the fight, right? Getting away doesn't really matter. What, I'm saved 70 health with the ult charge? Who cares? Hopefully it's like jumping out, right? Because like the rest of the game is basically the same thing. It's just like you're just not doing enough, and you have opportunities over and over and over again to get kills. People are literally feeding themselves to you. Remember the Juno, okay? Like how can you not kill the Juno in this scenario where the Juno drops in front of you at point blank, running in a straight line here, right? You can shoot right now, right? Shot, melee, shot. You have axe right now. You can shoot. Like, the Juno is not actually dodging you. All you gotta do is just shoot him, right? The enemy team literally is feeding themselves to you. But it still requires mechanical skill to land it, right? And, like, that's tough. Sort of. I mean, again, like, I think it's not, on a grand scheme of things, not that hard. But, like, you still gotta be able to land it. But you have to remember, like, I feel like a huge part of this, you don't remember the fact that you have a knife. And it's one of the reasons why I tell people, don't play multiple heroes. Focus on 1-2 heroes max, right? And try to gain as much potential, like hit your potential on those heroes. Because otherwise, if you're moving between hero to hero to hero, you're going to forget things, right? You're going to lose that muscle memory. It's going to take you longer to develop that skill. I think this is a crazy drop down because you don't really know what is going on here, right? First of all, you just trade it out. But second, you're dropping down and like, who knows if your supports can actually support you right here. I would have just taken the normalish route and just pushed this way. But I think you're trying to contest the point, but they already capped it. So who cares? So right now you go for the axe. Okay, fine. I see what you're trying to do there, but like, whatever. But also, what did you do with your knife? So, knife does not do a lot of damage to tanks. Squishies, yes. Tanks, no. I don't throw a knife right now. I wait for the D.Va to try to fly away, and then I throw the knife. Because really what I want to pull her is not now. I want to pull her right now. Now I want to throw the knife. Then I want to pull her back, and then she dies. Right? That's guaranteed death. You're still going to get her, but I'm just noting, like, that's what needs to be going through your head here is the timing of that. By the way, you're going to feel good. I guarantee you, you're going to feel good about hitting this knife. This knife does not matter. This D.Va's going to die no matter what. This kill means nothing. Literally nothing. Even though you get the final blow, nobody cares. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't impact winning of the game. Right? Those aren't the plays that matter at all. Alright. So Soldier, for some insane reason, has just decided to just jump out of the window in the middle of 5 enemies, right? 5 enemies, the Soldier decides, okay, I guess I'm just going to suicide my way out the window. This is the level of competition that you are currently facing, which means you are at this level of skill. Can you imagine just how suicidal the Soldier is? Why did he do this? I don't know. I obviously am not the Soldier, but like, despite having a strong position here, the Soldier just decides to drop into all these enemy heroes is crazy. Like, people just want to die, right? They remind me, I own chickens, right? Fun little fact, people. I own chickens. I have them in my backyard, in a regular suburban backyard, not like a farm, not a rural area. I have chickens. I have a chicken last night where I was trying to close the coop, and every single time I tried to close the coop door, which is a sliding door, my chicken who was nearest the door would just stick her neck out in front of the door as it was closing, and then would squawk when the door closed on her neck. And I didn't do it hard, obviously, and I'm like, what are you doing? And I would open the door, and she'd pull her neck back out, and I would try to close the door again, and it would just stick her neck back in. And we did this like 5-6 times until finally I waited for her to move further away from the door before I did it again. This is what the enemy team is like. They are chickens who are sticking their necks out. It just occurred to me that this is potentially a trigger warning, but like they are not making actions in their best interest. Okay. They are clearly not good at self-preservation. There are easy kills that will show up every single fight at this level. eventually, I guarantee you, you're going to get better, right? Eventually, you're going to come back and diamond or something like that and be like, wow, kills are so hard to get because nobody is out of position ever. And that's when you need to figure out how to break down positions when enemies are in good positioning. But in this level, the enemy is making so many mistakes, right? They're just littered with it, like everywhere, right? Just constantly just trying to get themselves killed because they don't know how to play the game, which means there's a lot of opportunities for you to exploit. All right, so you run a soldier, which is understandable, okay? But like at this point, hey, look, maybe I'm gonna land a knife, maybe not, but like I could keep going, right? I'm in the middle of my whole team and I know it, right? I'm in the middle of my whole team. I'd probably just keep aggressing here and just make sure the soldier dies, right? Then deal with the diva after that. With axe, with melee, with knife, I have good sustain against the diva. I'm not worried about the diva bursting me down right now because I also shout. So I would have kept going to make sure the soldier died, but that's fine. So here, we're on the diva right now. What are we gonna do? So if you're in a true sustain scenario, you actually should play further because she has way worse damage fall off than you are. But in this scenario, I know the diva's out of position, so I'm going to play aggressive and make sure to demech her. All right. Did you land that axe? It didn't sound like you landed that axe. So you're looking for the diva. I would not go with Lucio. Just finish demeching the diva now. Because Lucio, and this example of like easy to kill heroes, hard to kill heroes. Not just the hero itself, but the situation. This angle is really hard to kill someone at, right? With no knife, you have no chance of killing this Sombra, right? Just go for the diva. Okay, it's popped, right? Good knife. Cut that a little close, but we're fine. All right, Sombra over here. Yep, you help your team get the kill. Excellent. All right, now we're just gonna keep pushing. But you'll notice because they just suicide themselves, that wasn't even a real fight. Frankly, I don't think you need to do any damage. I think your team still would have won that fight. So Sombra drops down here. Let's read this. Once again, Sombra, for some reason, has decided to just simply jump off high ground and decloak in my face. What is the correct response to this? I run into her, shoot her in the face, melee, and then when she tries to pop translocator, I knife her back. Why am I backing up? There's no diva here. We just demech the diva. Like, there's no way. Just kill the Sombra. Just walk into her to kill her. Why am I running away? Just kill the Sombra. Like, look how ridiculous this appears from above. You have a Sombra who has jumped into 4 heroes here, point blank with a tank, and the tank is running away from the Sombra. Huh? What is this? Are you scared of the Sombra? Just kill the Sombra. It doesn't matter if she's firing every bullet into your head. Just kill the Sombra. There's no way that she can survive against you. Right? You shouted just to get away from the Sombra. You're that scared of the Sombra. You have to understand what matchups can I bully, right? Bastion? Yeah, okay. Duck and cover, right? Reaper, okay, I get it, right? Junkrat, I get it. Sombra, no. Sombra is food, right? Sombra is food for tanks, okay? If the Sombra gets in range with you, like she can kite you. That definitely is something that can happen, right? But if she can't kite you, if she's point blank, if she's chosen to get in range of my axe, axe her. Axe her, right? Shoot her, follow her until your cooldowns are up, then kill her. She's gonna try to translocate away. I throw the knife where the translocate is, and she dies. And maybe I don't land the whole combo, but at least she's definitely leaving critically wounded, and I know what to deal with her for the next 5-10 seconds until she gets healed. Great pull, right? That's what we're looking for. But as a note here, shot, all right? Walk forwards, right? Shot, melee, right? I walk forwards, land, shot, melee, and he dies. But you'll notice you aren't walking forwards fast enough, and you aren't landing the melee, right? The second I do this, you notice how you're walking backwards? I'm walking forwards. Okay, walk forwards. You're walking backwards. Walk forwards. Okay, now we're forwards. And now he's gotten out of range, so you can't land the melee, which means now he's actually going to live. That was crazy because it's such a good knife, but now he lives. And now that changes the nature of the fight completely because he lives. If he dies here, you probably just win the game. And it's just because of a small mechanical mistake of just not walking forwards. When I get the pull, I'm walking forwards. I can already tell if I'm too far back, he's not going to fly all the way to me. I walk forwards, confirm the kill. If he flew over my head, fine. I do a 180 and I kill him anyway. The only scenario he lives here is if I don't get the melee in, which you do not get the melee in. And then he's going to pop Visor here and win. It's brutal. So back to... Stop trying to axe the Lucio when he has boop available, right? Just run up here, and he's going to boop you anyway, then axe after that. But also, I would generally try to avoid, like, trying to run into everybody all at once in the scenario, where if you don't have Shout, you're actually in danger. With Shout, you can do a lot. Without Shout, you have to be a little more careful. Because if things go south here, okay, you just take a random headshot or something, and all of a sudden, you can't get out here, which is where things are dangerous. Missing the axe is bad, because now you're going to get rampage in time. Backing up here. Juno's there, dead, right? Go for Lucio, fine. Oh, is this not the fight where Visor gets popped? Maybe this isn't the Visor fight. Let's give me another one later. So I would have thrown Knife up here into that doorway. So the angle that it would look like would be from where you are down here. It would go up like that. Because I'm looking to catch somebody right here with that knife. Keep trying. Miss 100% of shots you don't take. Chuck the knife, right? Chuck the knife here for sure. Very, very high chance you're going to get somebody. All right, Juno dies. So, tricky situation. A note here is when that soldier runs, I'd probably take the chance and go up here and clear high ground. Because as I know, you need to clear the balcony. If you do not clear the balcony, your card's not going anywhere. You need to clear the balcony. If the soldier was looking the whole time, I wouldn't do it though, because soldier would just melt you. So you hit it right there, and we're going to hear soldier pop ulti. So right now, we have an interesting choice, okay? The soldier's popped it on the right. As I mentioned, you need to clear balcony. Option number one is, look, let's still try to win this fight. I can try to rampage maybe, kill 3, because you're pretty good chance you're going to kill 3 here, right? Rampage, kill 3, soldier kills my backline, then I kill a soldier, and then we try to see how far we get the card. Option number 2 is you give up the fight, you think it's like definitely lost, and you save your ulti. Right? But you just don't want to do anything, something in the middle where you're like, maybe we can win, and right, and pop ulti later, and then not win it. I kill Juno, right? Soldier's kill everybody in the backline. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You don't want to do this. You better win this fight because you popped ulti. Like, you chose to do that. So when you popped ulti, thought, I can win the fight with this. But can you win the fight with this? We're going to find out. Again, you have melees that you're missing out on, right? Shot, melee, shot, melee, shot, melee. Right? So we're on Diva. Right? Lucio. Great. Good pull. Great. Did we win the fight? Sort of. Because their Sombra ended up just like moving the cart, which itself is valuable. And now it feels like we're going to reset for the next fight. So I feel like it's like a draw. I would have been okay just taking the L and just having Rampage for the next fight. But I think it's okay, right? 8F grade, we'll give it a C. That Rampage. Right? I think you stuck him, right? Yeah, you stuck him. Why are you not pulling? I'm very confused here. Why did you not pull him? Did you not stick him? Did it just look like you stuck him? Oh, no, you missed it. You missed it. Okay, you pulled it right away. Okay, I got it. Okay, we're good. All right, but still, good attempt. I don't stand here. No point in me standing here ever. All right? I'm either here on the cart or here in the room because we're not going to win this fight. Sitting in the middle means that you just get beamed down. Remember, Soldier does 170 damage a second. At higher ranks, they're just not going to miss tanks. Soldiers are never going to miss a tank, and they're going to land headshots. But 170 is like kind of a baseline floor. Soldier can kill you in 3 seconds. You cannot just stand here in the middle like thinking that you're going to be totally fine. So right there, you could have saved Juno by popping Shout. Right? Just pop Shout. Gives speed, gives health, right? Run in here, intercept the Diva, and then you get out successfully. So not popping Shout here, a mistake. Now you definitely need to get out. And we need to kite backwards. So back to, here's a Sombra, right? Shot. Okay. I would throw knife, axe here. Guarantees death. Right? Even if she translocates, I'm just going to pull her back if they translocate and then kill their shotgun. But not throwing a knife first is a problem. But you get to kill Sombra later. You might think, okay, totally fine, I can kill Sombra anyway. But sometimes you won't. Sometimes they'll translocate, sometimes you can't get to them. Sometimes they'll translocate to health. Good practices, right? You want to do the right techniques regardless of scenario. It's okay, knife. You should have landed it, but it's fine. All right, we're shouting, we're chasing. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with this. Yeah, we're chilling up here. So I would not have dropped there because you don't actually know what's going to happen. I don't have enough information right now to know whether or not we're going to win this fight. I would need to look back right now, and that's something you never do. We never see you looking at your team. Because if you drop here, you're going to be dropping into the whole enemy team. We just saw the soldier do it on their side, right? Over here, we saw the soldier drop, and it's very clearly suicide. I think this is the same thing on your side. Why are you dropping out of the window? I don't do this. I think I would look and be like, hey, look, if my team were all here, like I see 3 teammates here, yeah, I drop. But right now, without knowing the information, I definitely do not drop. But you drop here and you're gonna get shredded for this. You're at 80 health. Yeah. All right. Beat gets forced. Somber's dead. EM gets about. Yeah, I think you just need to get out. Get out and/or suicide here. I think try to good faith effort to try to get the axe. All right, Lucio low, definitely can die here. Melee, just melee earlier. All right, soldier here. Let's get hit by it. I'm actually, I think, okay with this rampage. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that rampage. I think that's rampage is totally fine. Like B plus A minus. Yeah, you just want to make sure you were gonna win the fight, which I think is fair. This missing is brutal. Okay, we missed a shot. Just melee again. Right, jump in melee, but you missed that second shot as well. I don't really know why we're playing Ring Around the Rosie here, but... You don't need to move the card, right? Don't worry about moving the card. Like, you have teammates to do it. Just go for the squishy kills. Don't go for the diva. Yeah, just go for Lucio. Go for Lucio. Go for Lucio. Go for Lucio. Don't worry about it. Like, you see how you're reloading right now? Don't do it. Just, no one is stopping you from just running at the Lucio. Like, you don't need to be here. Just run here and kill the Lucio. Right? Eventually the Matrix will end. Then you want to be close to Lucio to get kills. The closer you are, the easier it is to get to kill. The farther you are, the harder it'll be. This is why you don't start the axe swing so early, because you don't know exactly what's going to happen. He's going to hit that light post, which it sucks, but like I also saw it coming and would not have started the axe that quickly. All right. Definitely some aim problems there, but generally I think your aim has been okay for your level. It's not a strength, but it's okay for your level. All right, so we're going to end up dying here. I think the biggest problem here is you're simply just not doing enough, right? You have opportunities to get kills. You're just not being aggressive enough. And then you get like that is quintessentially kind of like a really common anti-pattern for tanks is you're in a scenario where you are the last person alive and you have like full health. And then you did get killed, focused down and killed. The problem is you're not being aggressive early enough. We talked about the beginning of the game, right? You're not being aggressive early enough, which means your team gets walked over while you watch it happen, right? See, we just lost Symmetra, we just lost Juno. What have you done? Now you just managed to get the pull out of the soldier, but you can't complete the kill because of mechanics, right? Now you're trying to kill a Juno, and you got plenty of shots to do so, right? You just fired 6, 7 shots to Juno? Yeah, I think that was literally 7 shots. All right, 1, full miss. 2, half hit. 3, mostly miss. 4, almost completely miss. 5, full miss. 6, half hit. 7, full miss. Yeah, it's going to be tough, right? It's going to be tough to get kills. Right? Remember, you also had knife. You could have thrown a knife too. Try to make it easier. I think that was a dangerous pull. I think that actually endangers your life. But right now, I would just die. Yeah, you definitely need to suicide very, very fast. One problem we're seeing is you're staggering yourself, right? Long after the fight is over, you're trying to like stay alive, but just suicide. It's okay. Suicide is totally fine when the fight is already over. I feel like YouTube's gonna come after me for my use of the word suicide over and over again. So, all right. I remember watching this. I don't know that there's a lot that you could do differently here. The issue here is they're going to have 1, 2, 3 ultimates, okay? Your team only has 2, so you already are down ultimates, A. B, you also don't have your Kiriko here because your Kiriko got picked. So, like, how much could you really have done at this point in time? Like, the Kiriko dies before you even get out here, I think. Actually, no, you actually were out here. Never mind. Yeah, you got to be aggressive, but, like, she dies pretty quickly. This is definitely on her. But this is the problem with close games. I talk about this all the time. Not every fight is winnable, but over the course of a game, there are many winnable fights. I think that there's really not, like, I don't think I could have won this fight if I were you. Right? We can watch it to confirm. I don't think I could win this fight if I were you. But this is the reason why you don't let the game get this close. You had so many other fights that you could have won very easily. This fight, I think at the end, I think there's very little you could have done. Actually, I would note, you got staggered. That's a huge part of it. That's why you're not here at the beginning. So because you got staggered, which I wouldn't have gotten staggered as much as you did, I would have been here earlier, and then Kiriko wouldn't have gotten focused down and killed. But like you have very little options here. Like you have to touch the cart right now, and like you land a knife, and you know you do the shot, you hitting him, but like I don't think I could have won this. Like they have numbers advantage, they have ultimate advantage, right? They have the fact that like I have to touch cart. Like it's I don't think I could have changed anything differently in this fight. Okay. So we're going to wrap there. Again, as a summary, right? Big things. Be aggressive. You have health. You have cooldowns, get in their face. You will make mistakes. You will get in their face sometimes and you will get melted. You'll be like, oh, I forgot there's not in the game. I got slept. I got naded. I died, right? Oh, I forgot there's a Reaper in the game. I got wrecked. I forgot there's a Bastion in the game. I got wrecked. Oh, Doomfist punched me further into the backline than I expected. Great. Though every single time you die is a learning opportunity. But if you are simply not dying because you're playing too slow, you're not learning anything. Play fast, play aggressive. That's number one. Number two, technique. We talked so much about technique, right? About being able to land basic shotgun, knife, shotgun, melee, axe combinations. All the different variations of this, right? In the old days, I have like a huge post on this. I think it's actually going to be in our link resources of like all the different combinations of abilities you can do to guarantee a kill on the hero. It's no longer accurate anymore because we went from 200 to 250 and now to 225. But like the same general idea is the case. I know how many shots it's going to take to kill the enemy hero and like what combination of abilities I need to use to do it. Every single time I'm looking, I'm like, okay, this is what I got to do to pull it off, right? And I'm not landing full shots, right? Sometimes obviously I'm going to miss pellets and then I readjust based on their health bar. Okay, this is the combination I need to do now. Now this is the combination I need to do now. That memory becomes instinctive when you play enough of the hero, which we're not seeing at this moment in time. All right, I'm going to hold there. Hopefully it's helpful.